You'd pay $10 a month for Instagram.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for a Taylor Swift concert ticket? Another story we're watching today. They're saying she might get over $1 billion on this concert tour that she's on right now, the Eras Tour. Yeah. That's the Wall Street Journal coming out today with that projection. Essentially, the projection coming from a former $590 million projection when she had, I think it was about 52, 56 shows. Now you double that to over 100 shows. That extrapolates that to, 106 shows right there. That extrapolates that number to over potentially $1 billion in revenue. Obviously an eye-popping number. I'm wondering if it's sustainable, what it compares to. I think it would be the biggest concert ever, right, Allie? It would be the biggest tour ever.
I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it's Taylor Swift, right? But what we were talking about, is it sustainable? Can you recreate this $1 billion concert tour? I'm not sure if you can, because it was sort of the perfect storm for Taylor Swift. She canceled her Lovers tour due to COVID. Then she announced a whole Eras tour. So if you're a big Swiftie and you're going to go to this concert and pay for one concert but have her sing these songs over the past few decade or so, I mean, that is really a lucrative value proposition for a lot of these consumers, and I think they were willing to pay up a bit. But I do wonder if that's a sustainable model moving forward. But against all of that is a backdrop that we have live events booming, live concerts booming. You were just at a live concert.
I was at a live concert on Friday night, Zach Bryan in New York. It's very crowded, but I did not pay $5,000 for the ticket, so I don't know how often.
Good performer.
Great performer.
I'm not a huge Swift fan, but I do not deny the unstoppable nature of her fans and her just empire. I mean, 100 shows, $1 billion, that's $10 million a show, right? That's my loose math there. I mean, this is a massive operation. I think something like 90 semi-trucks are needed for to go from city to city for all her tour equipment. I mean, it's a massive operation, deeply impressive. But I'm like, how do you sort of bet on that, right? Is it Live Nation? Can I get a Swift ETF? Like, what? How do I make money off it?
It would be Live Nation if they didn't have all the problems with the tickets, though, right? That's been part of the story, I think, as well.
But is that the only broker for her? Like, is that how?
I think it was the main broker, right? Allie, you covered that story.
Yeah. Ticketmaster, Live Nation is a parent company of Ticketmaster. Right. That was obviously a huge issue when those tickets came out. But you're looking at your screen now. This was super interesting to me. Yeah. The top 3 highest grossing tours of all time. But look at the number of shows, right? If Taylor Swift is able to hit 1 billion with just 106 shows, Elton John played 293 shows to just get above 850 million. Ed Sheeran, the same, 258. U2, 110 shows. I also thought it was interesting that all of these artists are not from America, right? Mm-hmm. So Taylor Swift would be the first US-based American artist to kind of reach the top there.
I think it's interesting, too, when you think about Taylor and how I would argue her demographic of fans is wider than the 3 people we just showed to. It seems like everyone goes to a Taylor Swift concert, and while I like some of Elton John's music, I'm not sure how much I'm paying to go to that concert as a younger person. But, I like Elton John's music. I would maybe go to the concert, but I think Taylor Swift has more of a catch-all, I guess, when it comes to fans.
The fact that Yahoo Finance says Jared Blickery and Miles Udlin were at the Taylor Swift concert just illustrates that point. And if you know who they are, you'll understand why. That's a shocker to me.
I was surprised, those guys over there, Elton John, right? Who's the other one? I'm not sure, but the other one.
U2.
Mm-hmm. Older acts, with huge bases of fans, right? You think of Billy Joel, people like that, right?
But that was U2 and U2's prime, too.
Right.
You should know. That was the 2000, 2002 album. But they were pretty big then.
I guess what I'm saying is Swift is young. She can tour forever. I mean, she could do a 500-show tour, and it's going to make how many billions of dollars? I mean, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. It's a juggernaut. How do you stop it? I mean, $10 million a show. I'm just amazed by that take. It's just mind-blowing to me.